Ashley Scher. I'm the founder and CEO of Share Love Fun. Today in our studio we have Guru Peter Iacovella from Westport, Connecticut. Crossing state lines to bring you the best of the best online. Each week we have a little food for thought pose of the week to think about. We do this as a way to help you learn 45 key poses as part of your RYT 200 Yoga Alliance accredited teacher training. The pose of this week is dolphin pose. So it is like this. It's kind of like downward dog. It's kind of like forearm plank, but it's sort of like a forearm plank and downward dog had a baby. It would be a cute little dolphin pose. Dolphin pose is one of the few poses that I recommend having props for. As you know, we were created in response to the COVID pandemic for our isolated, incarcerated women who had to be essentially in solitary confinement due to the pandemic. And so we thought, you know what, if there's lemons, make lemonade and earn a yoga teaching degree. You can't really have one of these in custody because it's a hazard. So we generally don't teach with props, but for this RYT 200, I just want to say the dolphin pose, a lot of times people like to use a prop, a belt. And I don't really remember, Peter, did the sock just come
Came out of nowhere, yeah.
Maybe that's a sign to not use props or use props.
Use a sock as a
I
prop.
think it came out of my body from the laundry. So this is the kind of fun stuff that happens with live TV, live YouTube. We have some stinky socks. So anyway, but I think it's clean. I think it came from the laundry. Anyway, I'm trying to think of how I did this.
So you put your wrists on that.
Okay.
And then come down to your forearm so that when you're up in dolphin or down dog, your hands don't slide. Because it grips the earth. It grips the mat.
Okay.
So like if you have oily hands or you have sweaty palms, if you put lotion on, you say, oh my goodness, I forgot to dry my hands off. This will help prevent slipperiness, your hands from sliding.
Okay, there you have it. This is also a great pose to build strength for future arm balances. And now we will go in just a regular yoga class. What we find is a lot of our teacher trainees, they have in the past progressed through all of our technical points. And one student once said, hey, so I've never actually been to a yoga class. So we thought the best way to become a confident yoga teacher is actually just to take yoga classes. So we invite you in to take a comfortable seated position and enjoy just a really nice yoga class today.
So today what we'll do is we'll highlight dolphin pose. We'll make it, if you know, a theme of your class can be a peak pose. So if you're like, I don't know what to do for a class, you can make one pose a peak pose and layer in or layer out poses as you get in, as you come into it, come out to it, like Ashley showed you, down dog. You can go from down dog to dolphin. If you want to create a little challenge within your classes, you can go from forearm plank to dolphin and walk back out to forearm plank. There's so many different variations. We're not going to torture Ashley too much today, but there will be some heart rate and some redness involved in her face and some flushness. But we want to build core strength, and I always say yoga builds character, right? So in a beautiful, most subtle, amazing way, right? So again, don't forget to please, if you have shoulder injuries, please be mindful of how much you are on forearm plank you are, because you can aggravate any shoulder injuries. If you have arthritis, weave yourself in and out of the forearm plank very slowly. I suggest you don't put, although it seems like all your weight is on your forearms, don't put all your weight. How do you do that? You put your weight in your legs. We'll explain it. We'll explain the anatomy. You put your weight in your core as well by pulling other muscles and using other muscles as well. All right? Because that also is a precursor for headstands and for the advanced poses. Like in headstand, when you can develop strength you can develop strength in dolphin pose. When you come to headstand, you're not on your head at all. The way I always taught headstand is you should be able to move your head around. So it's really you're putting your work in your core because you're reaching up as if someone's holding your toes. You're lengthening. So it's almost like you're reaching up toward the sky and yet grounding down to the earth, the opposite of mountain pose, right? So when we flip mountain pose, grounding our feet down, lifting the crown of the head toward the sky. When you do headstand, it's the opposite. That's another day, another dollar, another expense.
That's in the RYT 300, so sign
Yes.
up for that as well if you are interested in those
Yes.
more advanced poses.
Yes, exactly. So with that said, actually, let's come to a nice comfortable seat. So in this comfortable seat, we'll call it easy pose, crisscross applesauce, sukhasana, right? There are other names people used to use, but we won't use them any longer because it's not correct, politically correct in this new world we live in. So as you come to your nice comfortable seat, begin to ground your sacrum down toward the earth, lifting the crown of the head toward the sky. Having your palms face up, and then draw your forefinger to thumb, or I call it your nose picker or pointer finger. See that makes
I don't know what you're talking about when you say nose picker. I cannot relate.
Everybody laughs at that one. That's how you get a little joke and you take the seriousness out of this meditation. And then from here, tuck the chin ever so slightly back, lengthen through the back of the neck, and a gentle pull of the belly button in towards your spine to support your spine. And then soften the jaw by parting your lips. Soften the space between your eyebrows by relaxing your eyelids. Notice where we hold tension. Just notice where you hold tension. On your next inhale, inhale through the nose as you fill the belly like a balloon. Pause. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Inhale through the nose. Exhale through the mouth with a sigh. Inhale. And exhale. And at your own pace, with that cycle of breath, inhaling through the nose, exhaling through the mouth, staying with that cycle of breath. As you turn your focus and attention inward, drawing the breath to any areas of tension to nourish. Just imagining ourselves, or envisioning, whichever way you want to approach, in dolphin pose, moving with effort, or better said, effortless effort. Allowing our body to move with ease, free of anything that will hold us back from truly arriving into this amazing shape. And as you envision yourself, I know, future pacing, which we shouldn't stay in the present moment, but just a little future pacing for a moment, or envisioning yourself in your peak pose. As as we arrive today in this moment, just notice how you feel. Ridding ourselves of any worries, of any distractions. Using the breath as the anchor to draw clarity to our body, to our mind. Because the breath is the bridge between the mind and body. It is our life force. It is the first thing we do when we enter this world. And it's the last thing we do when we exit. And think about all the breaths in between the first and your last. Not to be morbid, but it is the last thing we do is we take a nice long exhale when we exit this world. And as we allow the eyes to float open, taking the light of the room back in, looking down first, just notice how you feel. And today we'll begin on our back, because we will be doing a lot of work on our arms.
Oh, I realized I got this water for you. If you
Oh,
want.
I have one
Okay,
here.
you have
Take it for you. Thank you.
some too.
That was there from the other day. And coming into Savasana for a few moments, bringing the legs to the width of the mat, feet, to the width of the mat, palms are face up. And then from here, planting the feet onto the earth. Walking your shoulders down and away from your ears. Lifting your hips up toward the sky, slowly and smoothly, pressing into your feet. Now, pressing your knees forward. Imagine, yes, lifting your chest. Now lifting your chin. Drawing your knees forward even more so that your knees stack over the ankles. So draw the knees forward. No, the other way. Yeah, rather you come forward with the knees. Good. Beautiful. Now, begin to draw your hands beneath you and then interlace your hands. Pressing your elbows down and pinkies down as you lift your chest even more. So we'll be doing a lot of forward bends. So we'll start with a back bend today. Get our glutes fired up. So we're contracting the back side of the body, lengthening the front side, or antagonizing the front side. And then from here, extend your right leg up toward the sky. Beautiful. Hold it here for a breath in. And breath out. Lower your right foot down toward the earth. Lift your hips up toward the sky. Draw your knees forward just a bit more. And then lift the left leg up toward the sky. And then for a breath in, breath out, lower the left foot down. Press your hips up toward the sky just a bit more. In my YTT, when I learned this, we held it for 33 minutes. We won't be doing that today, but we held bridge pose for 33 minutes. Crazy to think that, but we did that. And it wasn't torture, it was nourishing. And then slowly begin to allow the hands to come apart. And on a 10 count, we'll lower the upper body, lower body toward the earth. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. release the chest. And then very, very slowly hold it here. And then come into a happy baby. Happy baby. Stretch those hamstrings. Stretch your lower back, glutes. And in this happy baby, begin to straighten out the legs without locking the knees. Here we are in a forward fold, however, a reclined forward fold, right? So, nice stretch. Do you feel those hamstrings stretching, Ashley?
Mm-hmm.
Now, bring your legs apart. Yes. And then grip the feet. Now, press your lower back down. Press your sacrum down. Good. You feel a big stretch in your lower back and hamstrings now? Good job, Ashley. Now, draw the knees together. Knees together. Good. And then bring your arms out to shoulder height and lower both knees over toward the left. Bring the arms out onto the earth, shoulder height. Yeah, there you go. Beautiful. Looking over your right shoulder. Why are we stretching before we start? I don't know. Because we can begin a yoga class any way you want. There is no wrong way. Inhale the knees up to center. Exhale, knees over towards the right side, looking over your left shoulder. There are no rules. The only rule is that you make up the rules as you go along.
We can say life is short, stretch first.
That's right. There you go. That's how you make life longer, by stretching.
It's true.
You can think of stretching as creating space from within the body. Yoga is about spinal health. So I like to move the spine in 6 directions before I begin a full yoga practice. So, twisting, you're rotating the spine, right and left. When we had Ashley do the bridge pose, we're flexing and extending the spine. So the last thing we need to do are lateral movements, and you'll see how that'll come up. Inhale, knees up to center. And then now from here, lower the feet to earth and extend your legs. Now, walk your feet over towards the left side of the mat, both feet. Keep going, keep going. Now, put your right ankle, have your right hip flat. Cross your right heel over your left ankle. Yeah, there you go. Now, walk your right shoulder and left shoulder walk your left shoulder over towards knee. Your left shoulder, yeah, walk it towards, there you go. And now bring your right arm up and out just a bit further. No, keep it onto the ground. Beautiful, beautiful. Oh, here we are, lateral flexion. So we're stretching the spine on one side. This is called banana pose or shrimp pose. Very good for people who have lower back issues but cannot lie face down.
It's also nice because sometimes when we're standing in mountain, we will stretch to one side, but we don't realize that we're like leaning forward and our alignment is messed up. So this is like a way to keep your back straight and just really stretch the obliques, without like bending your while keeping your shoulders back. You're like,
in addition to the obliques, you're stretching your intercostal muscles, or the muscles between your rib cage, or if you don't know what that means, your spare ribs. And IT band. Now, so we'll come out of the stretch nice and easy. So you'll lower your right shoulder down. All right, and then bring your right foot all the way over to the right side of the mat, and then off the mat. And then place the left heel over the right ankle. And then walk your right shoulder all the way over to the right. More, your right shoulder, keep walking it. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
Sorry. I don't understand.
Yeah.
Oh, I get it, down.
There you go. Now, press your left hip down. Yes, now bring your left arm out to the side, and then up just a bit higher. There you go. You might feel less stretch on this side, you might feel more. The key is to keep that left glute down.
So you'll feel the stretch in your tightest point Could be your hip, it could even be your thigh bone or your sides. Your tightest point will be the first pain of like limitation.
Okay, draw your left arm down alongside you, and then bring your left shoulder over to the left just a bit so that you're nice and straight on the mat, and then bring your left foot onto the mat, right foot onto the mat, and then just hang here for a few breaths. So we're approaching today's practice with a little bit of a gentle approach. Ashley, one of Ashley's requests was to weave in some gentle yoga before we make it too intense. So you can think of today's practice as a yin and yang approach. So just another way to approach or phrase a yoga class. You can make your class a yin and yang. You can start with yin, easing into it. Your peak pose could be the yang, and everything leading up to it could be the yang. And then you can quote unquote yin out of the pose. So you can come out from your peak pose, you can come back out of it using a yin approach or gentle approach. There's no wrong way. And then from here, Ashley, draw your knees in towards your chest, nice and slow. All right. Now from here, begin to come over onto either the right or left side. And then press yourself up onto all fours, coming into cat-cow. I know, you're falling asleep on the job. I can see. See, the smile tells it all. She falls asleep.
As I said, sign me up for the Savasana class.
That's right. That's right.
Breaking world records for longest Savasana. I'll attempt that. I'll train for that challenge.
Nice, Ashley. Okay. And now from here, tuck your toes under. Inhale. Spread the fingertips nice and wide. Exhale. Lift the hips up and back into down dog. However, your knees bent, just to start. Press your chest towards your knees. See, that's why we want the strap under the hands. Mm-hmm. Now, slowly begin to straighten out the legs and keep pressing the chest towards your knees. If you can, lower your heels toward the earth. Beautiful. And then step your feet forward towards your hands. Coming into a forward fold. Hugging your opposite elbows. Hugging your opposite elbows. Lengthening through the back of the neck. Tucking your chin to chest to provide length. And inhale, hands to shins for a half lift. Exhale, rise up to mountain pose. Arms reach out and overhead. Coming into mountain pose. Coming towards the top of the mat. And inhale, reach the arms out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. But I thought the peak pose was dolphin. Don't worry, we'll get there. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, step the right foot back to high lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms out and overhead. And just step your left foot back, your right foot back a bit more. Yeah, there you go. Draw your right hip slightly forward, left hip slightly back. And then stack your left knee over your left ankle. Yes. And then breathe, reaching up and out of the waist. Hugging the thighs in towards one another. Inhale. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, begin to rotate, and then draw that right elbow over the left, on the outside of the left knee. Beautiful. Draw that left elbow in toward the body, left elbow, the one that's sticking up. Bring it in toward the body. There you go. Nice. Good job, Ashley. And then inhale, begin to frame your left foot. Exhale, step back to plank. Shift your weight forward, inhale in your plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Step your right foot forward, left foot forward, forward, forward. Uh-oh, she's getting serious now, gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen.
My socks are
Here we
not
go.
separate. Socks is
There goes the smelly sock collection added to it.
Off camera, there's just like a mountain of socks.
Inhale, hands to
Where all the socks from the washing machine go.
Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, mountain pose.
A sock refugee camp.
Sock ready. There you go.
If you need socks, call us.
That's right. Inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, step the left foot back to high lunge. Beautiful. Left knee over the left ankle. Bring your left hip slightly forward. Sorry, right knee over the right ankle. Energize that left heel. Reach up and out of the waist. Draw the belly in. Beautiful. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, begin to rotate into so you draw that left elbow on the outside of the right thigh. Draw that right elbow down in towards the ribs. Yes. Now twist open just a bit more towards the right. Inhale. Hello. Exhale. Inhale, rotate the body to center and frame your right foot. Exhale it out. Inhale, step the right foot back to plank. Shift your weight forward. Drop the knees, chest, and chin down as we exhale. Now inhale yourself up into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up high into your tippy toes. Exhale, lower your heels. Lift your toes. No, lift the toes. Stretch the calves and the Achilles. You feel that. Breathe in. And breathe out. Breathe in. And breath out. Step your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Hug the opposite elbows. Beautiful. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. And exhale. Just keep breathing into that space, actually. And then from here, inhale, hands to shins. Exhale, mountain pose. How are we doing so far?
Great.
Feeling good?
Yep.
All right, ready to rock and roll?
Yep.
All right. Inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, step back to plank. Exhale, lower the forearms down, forearm plank. Beautiful. Shift your weight forward. Breathe in, lift up through the hips. Nice, Ashley. And then from here, rise up back to the hands. Inhale, plank. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, lower your forearms down. Here we go, dolphin pose. First visit into dolphin pose. Keep your knees bent as you press your chest towards your knees. Let your head drop down. Good. Look between your ankles. Now from here, lower the heels toward the earth. Her first visit into dolphin pose during our practice. And then from here, walk your feet out to forearm plank. Shift your weight forward, inhale. Exhale, lower the knees down, take a child pose. Extend the arms to create stretch. Keep the elbows lifted. Imagine you had a ball in each hand. Tense your fingertips. Stretch the triceps, biceps. And breathe in. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale into downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, come forward to plank. Exhale, lower down onto the forearms. Inhale, walk your feet in towards your hands. Lower the heels down, dolphin pose. Breathe here, Ashley. Inhale, right leg lifts. Just bend the knee, open up the hip. Exhale, lower the right foot down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Exhale, lower the left foot down. Lower your heels down as you press your chest towards your knees. Great core strengthener. If I may, Ashley, are you okay there for another 30 seconds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Here's an assist in dolphin pose. I'm offering an assist to Ashley in dolphin pose. Here's how you can assist one of your clients. Ashley, press your chest towards your knees and then begin to lower the heels. Does that make it a little easier?
This is an amazing assist, and you can also do this in down dog.
Exactly. A nice little assist here. Takes pressure off the shoulders. And then you can have your client pull the belly in even more. Beautiful. Press your chest towards your knees, lift your hips up even higher, and then you just let go of the assist, and they're assisting themselves. A different perspective. Breathe. Now walk your feet back out to forearm plank, and then lower the knees and take a child pose. This is rough on the shoulders and forearms. How do your triceps feel with this? Because I know your triceps become fatigued in this pose. A little different today, or about the same?
I don't know, like when, for each person's different, but like when my body, I'm just gonna take off my sweatshirt.
Uh-oh, she's
So
getting no...
basically, like,
Seriously.
personally, I'm a little different than everyone, so that's,
Who is it?
you know, why I'm probably a CEO, they say eccentric people are like this, but generally, with anything, I sort of have an on button and an off button. So when my body is working and exercise, it's just like screams like, you're making me work, but it doesn't really differentiate what is working or when it's not working. It's like, yay. And the same goes for like stress too. It's either like, whether it's small or large or school related or kid related, it's just like, either I'm working or not working or stressed or not stressed. So, yeah, so basically, I don't know. I think it's a full body workout. So I think everything is.
Dolphin can be a full body workout on its own. There's
Yeah.
so much to do in dolphin. But I like, for our purposes today, we're gonna keep it simple. If that's okay with you.
Yes, that
So
is.
that is our peak pose, ladies and gentlemen and ladies out there in YouTube land. That is our peak pose. However, we are not done with the yang portion of this video. What does that mean? Inhale into tabletop, Ashley. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. Hug the opposite elbows to create stretch in the back of the shoulders. Beautiful. Inhale, hands to shins for half lift. Exhale, mountain pose. Now, in your mountain pose, we're creating a lot of heat.
He said yang, and so I'm getting scared.
Yeah. From here, coming into your mountain pose, think of it as a standing savasana, palms facing forward, shoulder blades in towards one another, grounding down through the feet, lifting your toes to ground through the feet. Yeah, exactly. Now lower the toes down and just gently shift your weight forward and back. And then once you find your center, don't fall, please. Once you find your center, begin to ground your feet down. Right? Press down through the feet, lifting up through the crown, and pulling the belly in and up to support your spine. And then from here, inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, hands to heart center. Exhale, step the left foot back to high lunge. Inhale, sweep the arms out and overhead. Exhale, fold at the hip. Inhale, draw the arms alongside you. alongside you. Beautiful. One long line of energy from that left heel through the crown of the head. Draw the shoulder blades in towards one another, and then interlace the hands behind you. Do not rest your shoulder on your thigh. Yeah, keep it lifted, keep that core engaged. Breathe. Keep the arms away from the body. Inhale. On the exhale, lower the left hand down to the earth. Extend that right arm out and rotate. Beautiful. Stack your right shoulder over your left. Beautiful, Ashley. Inhale. Exhale, lower that right hand down as you frame your right foot. Inhale, step the right foot back to plank. Shift your weight forward. Exhale, knees, chest, chin. Inhale, press yourself up into cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, lower the elbows down. Dolphin pose. Now, walk your feet towards your hands in your dolphin pose. Beautiful. Keep those knees bent. Press your chest towards your knees. Now, see if you can straighten out the legs just a bit. No, straighten out the legs.
I can't.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. There you go. Just a bit. Beautiful. It's a lot of core strength here. A different version of dolphin pose. Now, inhale, walk it back out to plank. Long plank.
Okay.
Exhale up into the hands. Onto your hands, onto your hands. Beautiful. Inhale. Long breath in. Long breath out. Mountain pose. I'm sorry, downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale, step your right foot forward, left foot forward, forward, forward. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, mountain pose. Inhale, extend the arms out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, right leg steps back. Beautiful. High lunge. Inhale, fold at the hip. Exhale, draw the arms into cactus arms. Cactus arms. Beautiful. Fold at the hip more. Beautiful. More. More. Energize that right heel. Draw your left hip back. Beautiful. Cactus arms. Be mindful of your wrist. Relax your wrist. Breathe. There you go. Make fist to relax your wrist. Make fist. There you go. Breathe. Breathe. Inhale. On the exhale, lower that right hand down to earth. Twist it open to the left. Beautiful, Ashley. Stack your left shoulder over your right. Keep extending that left arm up, pressing down through that right hand. Breathe. Draw your left knee in toward the midline. Press into the ball of your left foot. Nice. Inhale. On the exhale, lower that left hand down. Inhale, step the left foot back to plank. Exhale, lower the forearms down. Beautiful. Inhale, walk your feet in towards your hands. Dolphin pose. Bend your knees. Walk your feet in towards your hands a bit more. Press your chest towards your knees for 1 and 2. Lower the knees down, take a child pose. Beautiful, Ashley. A little yang involved there, right? What you say? Good job, Ashley. And she's doing this live, everyone.
No escape.
No escape. Her heart rate's up there. Her metabolic rates are, in other words, like she starts to feel some warmth in her belly. Heat starts building from within. This is why she took off her leg warmers, her socks, and the sweatshirt. Breathe. Imagine doing this pose the way we approach it in a hot yoga class. You don't need much. You just need to move, to learn how to be efficient with your body, and you can create so much heat. The beauty of yoga is that you're using gravity. We're using gravity. We're trying to defy, quote unquote, gravity by holding our body in certain positions to create strength. So with the force of gravity pushing us down, lifting our hips up into dolphin pose, you're creating friction. Therefore, strength. Because our body just wants to collapse to the earth. However, by keeping your hips up and using your forearms, shoulders, core, you're creating strength for the entire front side of the body, stretching the entire back side of the body. Inhale into tabletop.
That's something important to know, that like for every stretch, there's also like a contraction
Yes.
on the other side.
Exactly.
So
Exhale, downward facing dog.
when you're lengthening on the one side, you are contracting on the
Perfect
other.
example right here. She's stretching the whole entire back body from her heels to her fingertips. Her front side of her body is contracting to create strength. Her quads, shoulders, chest, abdominal, hip flexor. Now step your feet towards your hands. Forward fold. Hug the opposite elbows. Let it go. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Good job, Ashley. Inhale, hands to shins, half lift. Exhale, mountain pose. How are we doing?
Good.
All right, so now you're ready for the class to begin.
Cut.
Inhale, arms reach out and overhead.
Filming live is a game of trust.
Exactly.
So
Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, rise up onto your tippy toes. Lift your heels. Arms alongside you. Beautiful. A little balance to create presence. Hinge over the hips. More. Bend your knees. Good. Extend the arms overhead. So Superman in your chair pose. You want to practice balance? Here it is. You want to get your heart rate up? Here it is. You're practicing in a cold room or outside. You want to build some heat? Here it is. Lower your heels down, back to chair pose. Draw the hands to heart center. Inhale. Exhale, step your left foot back to warrior two. Beautiful. Stacking your right knee over your right ankle. Draw your right foot slightly forward, left hip back. Nice. Looking out over your right hand, looking back over your left. Good job, Ashley. Now from here, inhale, drop your left hand behind you, right arm reaches toward the sky to peaceful warrior. Keep reaching up and then reach back. Good job. Breathe. Looking up towards your right hand. Inhale. On your exhale, draw your right forearm to right thigh. Left arm reaches up toward the sky. Press down into your right forearm and draw your left hip and shoulder back together. Beautiful. Look down towards your right foot. Stack your right knee over your right ankle so come forward. Yes, extended side angle. Parsvakonasana. And then now from here, let's create some windmills at your left shoulder. Just nice big round windmills. Good job. No. Go all the way around. 360. No. Just circles at the shoulder. Windmills, like a windmill, right? What does a windmill do? What does a windmill do? Good. There you go. From the shoulder. Good. That's why I said from the shoulder versus the arm. Let's go in the opposite direction. Why are we doing this? Because we use our shoulders to go in the opposite direction. Why are we doing this? Because we use our shoulders and arms for dolphin pose. And now from here, extend that left arm overhead. One long line of energy overhead. There you go. Now, inch your left foot back more. Left, that's your right. The left foot, the back foot.
I'm still working on it. Windmill. Okay, it's like.
Yes, there you go. Inch it back more. Now, extend your arm overhead. Now, I'm going to come in as an assist. We're going to have one long line of energy this way. So Ashley's reaching this way, bringing her left hip back, and then pressing her left foot into my foot, and then bringing her knee forward. There we are, Parsvakonasana. Inhale. Exhale, hands to heart center, and then rotate so that you can frame your right foot. Plant the hands onto the earth and step the right foot back to plank. Exhale, lower the elbows down. Inhale, walk the feet in towards the hands. Dolphin pose. Here we go, another entry into dolphin. Inhale, right leg lifts. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Exhale, right foot down. Inhale, left leg lifts. Bend your knee, open up your hip. Exhale, left foot down. Inhale, walk it back out to forearm plank. Exhale, drop the knees, take a child pose. Beautiful. So we're adding a little yin and yang, weaving it in together. Breathe, taking care of our bodies stretching, lengthening, and strengthening. Inhale into tabletop. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, step your right foot forward, left foot forward, forward fold. Hug your opposite elbows. Breathe. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, mountain pose. And just stand in your mountain pose for a few moments. Notice maybe your heart rate's up just a bit. One side of the body's like saying, well, what about me? Or maybe, and the mind is saying, I hope he forgets. We know how that goes, right?
Pull the fire alarm.
Exactly.
Class dismissed.
Class dismissed. Internal fire alarm always wants to leave. The mind always wants to leave, but the body feels like it's unfinished. Inhale, arms reach out and overhead. Exhale, chair pose. Inhale, step the right foot back to warrior two. Stacking the left knee over the left ankle. Beautiful. Heel toe that, yeah, there you go. Turn your left foot out just a bit. Good. Look over your left hand, look over your right. And then inhale into peaceful warrior. Left arm reaches up, right arm reaches down. Like reach it all the way back. And then draw your left knee forward just a bit. Good, there we go. Beautiful. And then from here, inhale your left forearm to left thigh. Right arm reaches up. Now extend that right arm up. Press down into that left forearm as you peel your right hip and shoulder back. Good job. Look down towards your left foot. Knee over ankle. Good. See how we self-adjust and self-correct? Beautiful. Now, windmills from the shoulder. Good job. Why are we doing this again? We're doing a lot of work with our arms and shoulders. So this creates a little blood flow. Let's go the other way. So the other day I did some weights overhead and I hadn't done it in a while, and I have a shoulder that likes to bark a little bit. So windmills were the only thing that felt good. So I did a bunch of windmills so that I was able to do my primary work as a massage therapist. So now from here, bring the hands to heart center and then begin to rotate the body, frame your left foot. No, keep it. Yeah, that's it. Now, from here, frame your left foot by lowering the hands. Inhale, step the left foot back to plank. Exhale, come down onto the forearms. Inhale, walk it in to come into dolphin pose. Lift your hips up toward the sky. Press your chest towards your knees. Breathe. Now, step your feet together. Step your feet apart. Again, step your feet together. Step your feet apart. You want to make your class nice and warm and work out. Good core strengthening. Good. Step your feet together and now hold. Press your heels down. Press your chest towards your knees. Press towards your knees. Yes. Breathe in. Lift your hips up toward the sky. Keep lifting. Pressing your chest and lifting your hips. Breathe, Ashley. Now walk your feet out to forearm plank. Beautiful. Lift your hips up. Lower the knees, take a child pose, stick a fork in forearm plank and dolphin pose. You're done. Thank you, Ashley. Beautiful. Good job, right? Clap out there for her, ladies and gentlemen.
Clapping for everyone
Who's doing it.
made it to week 33, so that's
right.
pretty amazing.
That's right.
We have 2 sets of 9 poses. We'll cover our second to last set, weeks 33 through 51, with a review week in week 42. And then our second set in weeks 43 through 51 with our final review week in week 52. So good for you guys. You have done more than half of the poses, so way to go.
Way to go. And then now from here, actually come onto your belly. You're going to do a stretch that's going to incorporate the entire front body, back body, and arms. How do we do that? How do we get all that in on one stretch, but we have to do it on both sides? Bring your forehead onto the ground. Draw your arms out to shoulder height. And then from here, pick the right leg up, the entire right leg up from the hip. Bring the right leg across the body, behind you. The right leg. Don't roll over. Don't roll over. Just bring the right leg up first. Bring it all the way over. Good. And now plant the right foot down. Good. Now begin to come over onto your left shoulder as you walk your right foot back. Good. Now bring your right leg all the way back, all the way back. Keep it straight. Good. Now you should feel the stretch. Keep reaching your right hand forward and bringing your right heel back. Good. Breathe. The stretch is anywhere from your right hip, psoas, into your left shoulder and across your middle abdominal. Do you feel that? Good. Just breathe into that space. And then from here, very slowly begin to stack your right, your right leg on top of your left. Go slow. And gently begin to roll back onto your belly. Bend your knees, sway your hips side to side. Plant the feet onto the earth. And then bring your left leg up. And then bring it across the body first. And then inhale the left foot down. And then begin to roll onto your right shoulder. Now, extend your left arm forward. And then bring your left leg back. Keep walking it back. Good. And she's a little tighter on this side. You can tell because her heel's not down. There it goes. She just made that adjustment. When the heel is down, you get more of a stretch in the front side of the body. Feel the difference?
Yeah, and sometimes you're holding back and you don't even realize
Exactly.
that cue was helpful.
So getting the heel down is important to feel the stretch through the front side of the body. And now that she's there, she can even walk her left foot back even more. She has a little bit more space there to create. Here you go, actually. Couple more breaths here. Inhale. And exhale. Inhale. Exhale. So right shoulder stretching, left hip, quad, psoas, all that stretching as well. Then from here, slowly begin to stack your left foot on top of the right and roll over onto your belly. Take a moment here. And then from here, Ashley, begin to bring your right arm beneath you. Come up onto your forearms first for a moment. Just your forearms. Now, bring your right hand under you. Like thread the needle. Yeah. And then roll over onto your right shoulder. And then scoot yourself towards the middle of the mat and come onto your back. This is the second best way to get you over. I'm still trying to work on my giant spatula. So this is the next best way to do this. Now from here, plant your feet onto the ground. Lift your hips up toward the sky. Draw the arms beneath you. Interlace the hands to stretch the front of those shoulders out. Now, press your knees forward to stretch your thighs out. You feel the thighs stretch. Good. Interlace your hands. And then heels of the hands together. Walk your shoulders beneath you even more. Yes. Lift your neck, lift your chin. Beautiful. One more breath in. On a breath out, release the hold of the hands. Walk your feet out. Savasana, you have arrived. as we begin to turn our focus and attention inward, begin to notice your breath. Inhale, fill the belly, ribs, and chest. Exhale, chest, ribs, and belly. Okay. And very slowly begin to bring awareness back to the body. Begin to wiggle your fingertips and wiggle your toes. And then very gently rotate the head from side to side. Plant your feet onto the earth. Hug your knees in towards your chest. Coming over onto either the right or left side. Gently using your left elbow, right hand, press yourself up into a seated position. And as you come back to this seat, just notice how you feel. Just notice, keep your eyes closed just for a moment. Just for a moment. Coming back to the intention you saw yourself, even though I know we did your favorite pose envisioned yourself there. There was a starting point, a middle, end. I never say the end. I say a pause until the next time. And as we draw our hands to heart center, in gratitude that our bodies can move in a way we envision it, and that we're perfectly imperfect. Perfectly imperfect. And the way we move is unique to us, different from all the rest, which makes us extra special. For me, it makes me special ed. And as we bow our chin to chest in honor of us being able to share collectively in the gifts of yoga, in person and online, one of the gifts of COVID. The light in me honors the light in you and all of you out there in YouTube land. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you so much, Peter. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining. If you are not already enrolled in our YT 200, you can check out, or if you want to enroll in another one of our courses simultaneously, you can check out all of our courses at sharelove.fund/train. And when you enroll for yourself, you are investing in yourself, but you are also investing in a free education for an incarcerated woman or an at-risk high school pregnant student. And this is a way that we can rise together through social enterprise, turning wards of the state into tax-paying citizens. Have a blessed day. Namaste.
Namaste.